You are now tuned in to the Premier Hotspur TV. Sit back, get involved, comment away, because we are live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Yes guys, we are bringing you another match preview tonight, guys. It's Newcastle versus Tottenham tomorrow at 2:15. Is that correct, Az? It is 2:15 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's around that time.
Yeah. So yeah, we're bringing that preview tonight, guys. We have got a special guest tonight, guys. It's from the Lowered HQ. It's Daz. Daz, welcome to the show, pal. Thanks for coming on. Much appreciated. How's it going, pal?
All good, Simon. Well, all good and everything apart from football, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've just got a couple of comments here, Daz, to read out. And so top 943. All right, Simon, it's not Matt tonight. Matt can't make it. So it's his last night home. He wants to spend it with his dad. He wants to have movie night. So yeah, that's fine. So maybe next week now we'll see Matt on here. Simon Patterson, thanks for subscribing today, pal. Thank you very much. Tottenham Hotspur to win tomorrow. Come on, let's hope so. And we've got Paul always in here. Long drink and take it away, as per usual. Come on, you Spurs. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like and share, and comment away, guys. Bring the comments in. As I said, guys, we have got Daz. Every time I have someone new on here, we always ask them a couple of questions. And Daz, this is the first one. It's on the screen now, mate. Okay. How did you get into supporting Newcastle, mate?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this one, I started supporting Newcastle, I think, when I was, 11 or so. And it's about 29 coming on 30 years now. I actually, it was when I used to buy Match and Shoot magazine, if anyone remembers them. And I was reading an article about Newcastle, as in to save them from relegation. I think they were going to get relegated to League 2 or something at the time. And the last time he was seen in Newcastle was taken off as a player. Did I freeze there, or was that what yourself?
Yeah. You just froze a bit, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, continue, mate. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'll start again. Yeah. No. So yeah, as I said, I bought Match and Shoot magazine, and I was reading an article about Kevin Keegan, and the last time Kevin Keegan was seen was taken off in a helicopter for his last playing days for Newcastle, and yeah, he came in, and that was it. I was hooked on Newcastle at that stage, and then after that, the next season, he saved them from relegation. Then he got them promoted, and then the Premier League started at the same time, and then it was onwards and upwards for Newcastle, the entertainers, and so on and so forth. A really good journey at that stage, and the last 13 years haven't been as pretty, though.
Absolutely, mate. Wow, that's amazing. Picked up a Shoot. I remember them Shoot magazines, Dad. Honestly collected myself, and the Match magazines. They were fantastic. They love them.
Room was full of posters and everything like that.
Yeah. And now I'm passing down to my boys. Now they're collecting all our posters on their walls. Yeah, exactly the same as now, mate. We've got Cody Mack. Cody, thanks for coming in, pal. Cheers, Dad. Cheers, Daz. Big up for coming on. We are going to batter you to the championship tomorrow, unfortunately. Hope you Newcastle FC fans, guys, get a decent 0-9. Yeah,
exactly, Cody. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's I said Kevin Keegan, massive part of Newcastle, absolutely.
Legend.
I tell you now, before we get on to the next question quickly, Daz, I remember that game at Anfield.
The 4-3.
What a game! And Kevin Keegan went mental after. Brilliant. That I'll always remember. That
over the boards, the advertising boards. Yeah. That was a class game. We're on the wrong side of that one, but classic game.
Brilliant, absolutely. And this one on the screen now, mate. What's your best ever moment as a Newcastle fan?
Yeah, I suppose. So yeah, I'm gonna pinpoint it at the 5-0 against Man United. They had taken the league from us. We threw it away, or they clinched it, and we came second that season. And then the next season, I think they walloped us in the Charity Shield, and then we came back at them, and we bet them 5-0, where Ginola scored, Albert scored. It was just Ferdinand Shearer probably scored as well. It was just a brilliant game, really. And that's the one that I can, because I live in Ireland myself, so half or more, I'd say it's 75% of the people that follow football over here are either Liverpool or Man United supporters. So a few Spurs, a few Arsenal as well, but they're rare enough. Definitely Newcastle fans are rare on the ground. But yeah, so it was great to have something to hold over them, and I can always keep that in my mind. But yeah, so that'll be what would stand out for me. Really back in the entertainers era, really, Simon.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic there, Daz. Yeah, so there is one more question, but I want to keep that to the end of the show before we sign out. Yeah, I just want to talk about that, mate. Slayer, that's my boy. How's it going, Slayer? And we got come on, you Spurs, and he's saying 4-0 Tottenham tomorrow.
4-0.
Yeah. So guys, keep bringing your comments. If you've got any comments you want to ask Daz, fire away, and I'll get the questions over to Daz, and hopefully he can answer them for you guys. As I said, Daz, we'll get into the team. We'll get into the team news, and for Tottenham, if I can find it, mate. For Tottenham, mate, this is our team, and this is our team news, mate. We've got Davis with a calf injury. Which I'm not a massive fan of Davis. Us Spurs fans, we're quite divided. Actually, some fans like him, call him Mr. Consistency and all that. But me personally, don't really like him as a footballer. Me personally, and Doherty, since he's coming from Wolves, he's out tomorrow. He's picked up a knock. You're gonna miss. It's nothing special, Daz. I don't know if you watch him at Tottenham this season.
Not really. I haven't seen you guys an awful lot, really. But I know, yeah, he's Irish as well. But he hasn't done an awful lot for Spurs, all right. But yeah, I tend not to watch our Ireland games if I can, because I can't handle being a Newcastle fan and an Irish fan. That'd be too depressing. It's bad enough watching Newcastle. Especially this season.
Christ, mate. Seriously, mate, we've had our ups and downs this season, seriously. But hopefully now in his last 9 games, we can. If we win tomorrow, we go forth tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Stepping stone.
Chelsea did you a favour today by getting walloped from West Brom. Look, you're fighting. Sorry. No way. No, didn't see a West Brom win coming. Never mind a 5-2. But yeah, no, like you're fighting for 4th spot, and we're fighting for that to finish 4th bottom. We'd be absolutely delighted with that. But yeah, I'd swap, because look, I was thinking back to, let's say, go back before Mike Ashley. Like Spurs and Newcastle were pretty even then. You know, I think we could have been just slightly ahead of you. I remember when we were playing you. I think Omofumbi Martins is a scoring odd goal or something against you back then. But yeah, I thought and then it's just gone downhill. You've look at, you've a brilliant stadium now behind you there, and you're flying it, like, you know, you've Kane is flying, and you've got Bale back and Son, and yeah, in comparison to us,
yeah. Yeah, we'll get onto your team. We'll get onto your team, and hopefully I've got it all right. You can probably pull me up. So yeah, with Udogie, mate, he's come in. Wasn't Jose's first choice. Jose wanted Castagna or Max Aaron, someone like sort of that. He's got his third choice. We believe as fans. We don't know as 100% sure, but we don't think it's a Jose signing. To me personally, it doesn't look like a Jose signing. But to me, he hasn't kicked on. When he was at Wolves, he played in the back five. He's like a wing. He was like a wing back for Wolves. But at Tottenham, he's playing in the back four. It doesn't suit him. It absolutely doesn't suit his play. But maybe if we have changed out. We have changed. We have played what Wolves when he was at Wolves, and he still didn't look very good then. So to me, there maybe is a good player in there, but I think Wolves sold us down the line with 50 million quid, mate. To be honest,
Give him time.
And
Give him time.
yeah. Us Spurs fans, we don't like giving people time, mate. We want instant, mate. We've been starving like the Newcastle fans, mate. When the success has not been there, so we don't give people time in this club. Son is back after injury. He had a couple of weeks out, so unfortunately, you're going to see Son tomorrow. But saying that, Daz, before he got the injury, he had 7 or 8 bad games with it. I wouldn't say bad games. It just weren't the Son we're used to seeing. Maybe the contract issue, he ain't signed that new contract yet. We don't know if that's an issue behind the scenes. We don't know if he wants to move on. We don't know what the story is. But hopefully we'll see the best of Son now to the end of the season. And we got Serge Reguilon. Probably since Danny Rose, mate, we've been crying out for a guy like this guy. He's absolutely fantastic. Maybe you ain't seen him much. We watch him every game. And he's been fantastic.
He came from Real Madrid, did he?
He come from Real Madrid. And people say, well, he can't be that good. Who knows? He may have fallen out of favour as well with Zidane. I mean, it sounds like Zidane falls out with a lot of players, and maybe he just wanted to try out somewhere else. And seriously, mate, he's a top player. Absolutely. The only thing I can say about him, he does track back. He's quick, very good cross. He's very good at doing that. It's just the defending side is not 100% all the time, but mate, he's better than what with that Davies and whatever we had. Danny Rose was back then when Danny Rose was prime. He was fantastic. I think
we had him.
Did you have? Was it?
Yeah.
Did he come to you? Or
he came on loan last season and in that left back spot.
What do you think of Danny Rose?
He was okay. I didn't want him to stay. To tell you the truth, I was happy that we weren't taking him again. No, wasn't for me. I'd rather have Williams back because he was flying it for us before he got injured. He played about 26 games for us, then he got that bad injury, and he's back at Frankfurt now and trying to recover. We're still kind of linked to him and stuff, but depends on a lot of things. We might get him on a free transfer or something if he wants to come. We could be in the championship by then, but no, I wasn't gone on Danny Rose at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. Do you know what you've got the back end of Danny Rose? We had the prime Danny Rose.
He was good.
He was fantastic. With him and him and Carl Walker. Probably one. At that stage, at that time, I think they were the 2 best fullbacks in the league.
Yeah.
And plus we had Toby and Jan as centre backs.
Yeah.
We probably had one of the best defence in the league at the time.
And Lloris was at the top of his game then as well.
Exactly. Now he's declining. Me personally. Us fans now, we are seeing a declining of Hugo. I think in that position now, we need to start looking for someone to replace Hugo going down the line. So that's the Tottenham news. We've got a couple of comments here from Cody. Daz, it says, Daz, who are you hoping purchased the club, and what is your opinion on Tottenham's ownership? Do you want to answer that now, or do you want to answer that at the end?
I'll answer now. Yeah, no problem. I'm not going to have much of an answer for the second question, really, but I definitely have an answer for the first one. Who am I hoping will purchase the club? There's only one answer for me, and it's Amanda Stavely, PCP, the Reuben brothers, and PIF. So the Saudis coming in and taking over. That's the only game in town. But as I'm sure you've all heard, that was kind of blocked by the Premier League. And if we're led to believe the top 6, that Spurs are in there as well, having a say in it too. But that's who I'm hoping will purchase club. And I know the case is going through arbitration at the moment. The legal case, it's either started or it's in progress. So hopefully we get some news out of that. Whether they're still going to buy the club is questionable. If all that goes, if it went to Newcastle in Newcastle's favour and Ashley's favour with selling the club, and whether we'll be still in the Premier League by that stage. If we were in the Championship, would another deal need to be negotiated with Mike Ashley, or some kind of clause that if we got back up into the Premier League that he'd get more money or something like that. But so definitely that's the only game in town for me, and that's the only game in town for Mike Ashley as well. For once on this topic, we're all aligned with on this. He wants that sale. He wants to sell. It was for years. It was, does he want to sell or not? And there was, but no, he definitely wants to sell now. And it's just we then we can look at the sale going through, and then a future for this club. The way it is now, there is no future for Newcastle. It's downward direction. We're heading in the Sunderland direction.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Cool.
I was on your channel last night. I was listening, and you was talking about this, and you guys are quite confident that this deal could be done. How close is it, Daz? Is anything close to take over, or is it just rumours at the minute? Or because we know it was close. We know when this deal, when he sounded, we thought, wow, this money's, and everyone was going Cavani and Mbappe and like
Gareth Bale was talked about as well.
Wow, Jesus Christ! And Newcastle fans, I was like, there was just like, what's going on here? And then it just went like that. And
it was
how close do you reckon this is? Or do you reckon it's depending on where Newcastle is next season?
I think my own. I'm probably from last night. I'm probably the on the more negative side that it might. I definitely believe all parties are still interested. I think all parties would still be interested if we get relegated, but it's just about then renegotiating a price with Mike Ashley. That could be tricky. Yeah. So, or unless there's already a deal done based on, because they are in this sense business partners. This is he only wants to sell to Amanda Staveley and Rubens and Piff. So but how close is it? It all depends on this arbitration case. If the arbitration case goes in the Premier League's favour and not in Newcastle's favour, then is there going to be an appeal? How long is that going to take? Is that going to take years? And then I think the Saudis will probably look somewhere else at that stage, because there was rumors of Inter Milan and stuff as well, who the Chinese own and want to purchase. But I don't know. It really it's always in the life of a Newcastle fan over the last 12 months. It's all about tomorrow and whether this news would drop. But yeah, if we were in mid-table, I'd be more confident that win the case, and then it'll definitely happen. But now with the relegation in the mix, it's throws a bit of doubt into it. But yeah, and I will try and answer the second question, because I don't know an awful lot about the Tottenham ownership, to tell you the truth. I'm just so preoccupied in a bubble when it comes to the Newcastle ownership. I don't know that. I know, like, you have a fabulous stadium now, and I know the kind of, for a time there, the money wasn't spent and invested in the squad. It was really focused on the stadium, and you had Pochettino there as well for ages, doing great, brilliant. Like, you nearly won the league at one stage, and then and you were in the Champions League final as well. Yeah, but. For me, I'm saying, what are you complaining about? But you'd have a different opinion for sure.
Well, seriously, mate, our owners, to me, it's 20 years now since they've taken over. And since they've taken over, they've only won two trophies in 20 years. So it's an absolute shambolic. And they're just all money, mate. They're all just making a profit. They're all making a profit out of the club. But I said, Daniel Levy himself, I do believe he is a Tottenham man. He's a passionate man about the club. He does want Tottenham to do well. I think it is Joe Lewis and Enoch. They're literally just money mad, mate. They're some money driven. They don't want they're not intentions of pounding money into the squad, really. The money we're getting to buy players is from player sales. That's all it is, mate. Once we get the money in from these players' sales, that's going on to new players. So they're not really dipping their monies in their pocket, because we've worked it out over the 20 years they've been here, and all that. It's the average of they spend about 10 million a season on transfers out their own pocket. I mean, it's craziness. But the commercial side of it, you can't argue. You can't argue. And they're one of the best training facilities in Europe, you can probably say, or in the world. The stadium is absolutely fantastic. you just can't say enough about his stadium.
No,
I mean, and they what a stadium. It's probably what I said. It's probably up there, one of the best in the world again. But they do fail miserably on the playing side, and I'll say it does go back to Enoch and Joe Lewis. They're the main shareholders because Denley only holds 25% of it. They're the main shareholders of the owners of this club, and they got no intention on playing side. Seriously, mate. All they're hoping when everyone gets back into the stadium, mate, they're making quick bucks. And I was hoping the naming rights deal. We've installed someone in June. Todd Klein. He's coming in, and he did help the Dolphins out in America to get a real good name rights deal. I think 180 million to 200 million over so many years. So Tottenham are looking at something else. We're looking at similar. Hopefully, he can bring in something. And I think, me personally, I don't know about other Tottenham fans I spoke to. Tottenham, they are probably agreeing with me at a certain extent that I think once they've got these name right deals, I think they will set up. Maybe not next season because of COVID and things like that. I just think probably in the next year or two, I think these will set up. And I want them out, mate, because me personally, I just don't think they're interested in the playing side, mate. Seriously, and it's all about that. It's quick readies, and they're going, mate. So that's to all that. That's to all that one. It's, got Paul saying Kane has looked absolutely exhausted recently. Would possibly leave on the bench and play second half if required. We've got to play Harry Kane. We've got to start him. Paul. I know what you're saying, mate. But if you bench Harry Kane, we could be losing the game. Then we've got to chase the game with Harry Kane coming on. I'd rather I'll start with Harry Kane, me personally.
Oh yeah. I'd be delighted to see Harry Kane starting on the bench. Absolutely delighted. And it just links me back into our own show on our channel, Loaded HQ. We do a Loaded Football Weekly show, which is like a general football show. Football and music. And maybe you've seen it, Sam. I'm not sure, but we cover all teams, and like we kind of do headlines and we do a quiz, and we do have bands on and play music and a bit of a leaderboard. We had back in the transfer window, we talked about Dele Alli. We talked about Gareth Bale as well. Has he hit form now when he's scoring a few goals that time recently? And then we actually just about we could to sell him. Are you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah. It's just breathing a bit, mate. But I can hear you. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, I was just asking the question because we're talking about Kane here. Would Spurs fans think about selling him this summer?
Right, guys. Dad's just frozen a bit there again. I heard what Dad said there, guys, in the chat. Dad said, "Will you Spurs fans consider selling Kane in the summer?" Let's get back to that one. And got beloved Hotspur. It's my brother. How's it going, pal? Hi guys. May the best team win tomorrow. Sorry, but 1-0 Spurs. Don't see a lot happening in the game. Nice one for coming in, pal. We've got loaded HQ as your boys, Daz. Well, Daz working on the Sly Lads. Don't believe a word. He loves Bruce. Oh, he's a Brucey lover.
Don't believe anything that guy says. Yeah. We actually did a show back
Rich,
we got
Rich. We got Rich Story. Is he from? He's from your show? Is he?
Yeah, he's from our show as well. Yeah.
I can't believe Dad's hasn't plugged our channel once. We will do, Rich. He'll get plenty of time. Don't you worry, mate. Mate. And yes, so guys, as you heard, Daz there, will you Spurs fans consider selling Kane in the summer? And we'll go on to the Newcastle team news. I've got it on screen now, Daz. If you just want to run through that, just tell me if I'm right or wrong. The ones where it says Dubravka, Saint Maximin, Wilson is Hughes next to there at the end. That's questionable. Okay.
Yeah. I could tell you about that. Yeah, sure, no problem, Sam. So first of all, Hayden. First of all, can you hear me correctly?
Yeah. I can hear you, pal.
Cool.
No problem.
Yeah, good. So Hayden is out for the season, and Hayden is a massive loss for us. He's a mainstay in our team. He is one of the leaders in the team, really, and there's not many in our team. So Hayden's a big loss, especially if Bruce looks to the likes of Jeff Hendrick, the legend that is Jeff Hendrick, to replace him, which is a bad idea. And yeah, if you see him on the team sheet tomorrow, just sit back, relax, and enjoy, lads. You have it in the bag. But yes, Shar, yeah, he got a kind of stupid injury, to tell you the truth, in my opinion. But yeah, he's out for, as well, probably out for the season. Dubravka, I think, will play tomorrow. I think he's coming back. Saint Maximum, the talk is that he will play as well. That he was further ahead than Wilson in the recovery and in training. So yeah, he's one to watch out for tomorrow. He's our main threat if he plays. Wilson, then I don't think he'll be starting. If he's on the bench, debatable as well. I would imagine I would see the likes of Gale up front, and then. Depending on how the match is going, I could see Andy Carroll coming on for the last 15-20 minutes. Maybe we're chasing a goal at that stage, or maybe we're I don't know. Yeah, maybe we're looking for a winner. I don't see Wilson. Probably won't even see him tomorrow if he's not fully fit. Yeah, we have to go for it tomorrow. We have no choice. Where Fulham will overtake us in time. We need to go for wins. We've had a collection of draws, and we had a big defeat from Brighton 3-0. But yeah, time is running out for us, and at least we're getting a few of our attacking players back. Almiron is back now as well. He played the last day, but let's see. I'm predicting. I'm also predicting a defeat for Newcastle tomorrow. I think I said on the show last night a 2-0 to Spurs. But if there's a miracle, you never know. Bruce's luck might return. He had a bit of luck there at the start of the season and kind of kept him in the job. But if there's a miracle, we might get a draw. That's the best I see happening for us if we had that miracle. But so yeah, I think you're in for a good day, lads. To be honest, I'm afraid for us.
We'll get to the particular lineups and the predictions soon, Daz. So Dubravka, it's only an illness. You said he's probably going to play tomorrow. And Saint Maximin, we know about this guy. He is dead quick. He's skillful. His quality strong. Callum Wilson's the one as well, because it's funny enough because he was linked to Tottenham, and I do believe that I heard couple of things that he wanted first team football, didn't want to play second fiddle to Harry Kane, which is fair enough. And I rate Callum Wilson. I think you guys have got a proper striker. If you keep him fit, this is the problem. He's got an injury prone record. He's got history behind him with injuries. But if you keep him fit, Wilson is a top player.
Oh, I'm saying
he knows
20 million as well. It was a bargain for 20 million.
Still, mate, this is absolutely. And Saint Maximin, mate, what a player. Seriously, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, on his day, he was brilliant last season. He started really well. I think, he started well this season, and then it was around about the time he got a new contract, and then it went downhill, and then it was COVID, and then there was talk of falling out with Bruce, and we haven't seen the same player for a long time now. It's been a long time since we've seen a good, decent game from Saint Maximum, and but. Hopefully he turns up in the last few games of the season. It could be a game changer for us, and it could be what we need to keep us in the league. But we need them all to start, as we said last night, running through walls to try and, if half of them did that, to try and up the effort, we may have a chance. But we are dropping like a stone lately.
Yeah, absolutely, Des. The thing is, with Dubravka, you said he may start tomorrow, but if you go back to the game at White Lane, Darlow, he was fantastic, mate. He turned into like a prime Buffon on that day. Seriously, he absolutely kept you in that game. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Me personally, I'll keep Darlow in goal tomorrow. Me personally, because Dubravka's a good keeper. He's probably, as you said, he's your number one. But Darlow, mate, he's very good as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on Darlow, because like the start of the season, Dubravka got injured before the start, and we were going, oh no, this is all we need at this stage. But Darlow stepped in, and he was immense. He's probably going. He could end up being our player of the season, but it would probably be between himself and Wilson. But no, he was immense. But there was in the last couple before Dubravka come back in, there was kind of question marks over Darlow, and I suppose because we had Dubravka there sitting on the bench, he was always going to be our number one. So that's why we switched him back in. But no, I wouldn't be disappointed to see Darlow in goal either. Like, he's proved himself now. I would have before that. I would have said at the start of the season, I would have said, oh, sell him. But no, he's been amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple of comments here, mate. We got Loaded HQ. Sure, why would he? We don't pay him.
Oh, the abuse is coming now. Yeah.
Paul saying, as to selling HK as Harry Kane, no. He's saying no. Paul saying no.
I wouldn't sell him either.
Yup, embarrassing. Can you come back to what you're trying to say there, mate? I don't know what you're on about. Hyper, yes, Hyper. Big up, Si, top lads. Miss you, pal. Yeah, we'll get you back on, Hyper. Absolutely. I'll actually text you actually later, Hyper. Paul says, don't worry, Si. Comments to rest Harry Kane. Merely a conversation starter. Okay, Paul. Not a problem, pal. But me personally, you've got to pay Harry Kane. Personally, Yusuf, awful performance versus West Brom. Oh yeah, Yusuf, it's the Chelsea fan, Daz. Where have you been, pal? What's going on now, mate? What's going? And Arsenal alive yet? Arsenal, yeah, I've actually got them in the background there. So yes, Yusuf. What's happened, eh?
That's some battle there now between yourself and Chelsea. Like, that's probably the rest of a few people today, didn't they? The players today. I think Chelsea. So interesting the way that plays out as well.
Yeah. And you should say Yup's trying to say the West Brom game. Oh, okay, I understand now. Yeah, it was embarrassing to be, mate. Seriously, mate. Yusuf, you didn't get your predictions in our prediction mini league, mate. I wonder why. I actually went for a 3-0 Chelsea today. I absolutely got that one wrong. So that's the team news, guys. The referee tomorrow is Craig Paulson. We've had him a couple of times. I'm not a big fan of this referee, me personally. But hey, it's I don't know if has he ref some of your games before?
Yeah, I'm sure he has, but I really don't take that much interest in the referees really, unless it's like, is it Mike Riley that really likes to show that the yellow card, he likes to dramatize it a bit. But yeah, no, I don't pay an awful lot of attention to the referees. I have enough to worry about apart from the referee usually.
Yeah. So I do, because there is certain referees I think got an agenda against Tottenham, and we always look out for them ones. So Craig's not one of them. Craig's not one of them, but no, we got that one. Sorry, guys. And yes, here. So we're going to the form, guys. Newcastle's first. The form in the last 5 games, and they have lost 2, and they've drawn 3. I think you only scored a couple of goals as well, and then you don't get a lot of goals, especially when St. Maximin and Wilson out. And Amaron's been out as well. He's just come back for you, so that's goals gone out of the team, isn't it? And,
exactly.
Seriously, mate, it's like Tottenham without Kane, mate. When Kane gets injured, and probably when someone gets injured as well, we lack it as well.
And the other thing with that, Simon, as well, is that we weren't, as well as having all those players out, we weren't actually playing Gale, who is he's a championship level goal scorer, but stick him up there. We ended up playing Fraser up there as a striker in one game. So yeah, we don't like holding on to the ball when we have all those players missing. We don't like scoring goals either.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tottenham last 5, the form in the last 5 games, guys. We've won 3, and we've lost 2, and the 2, the Arsenal and going out of Europa League. Absolutely could have dented our season going out of Europa League, because I really thought that could have been a trophy that Tottenham could have won this season. So,
And
hey, no, we can get Champions League football, finishing 4th. So hopefully we can go for that now.
And we were kind of disappointed you got knocked out as well, because we're hoping that you'd be a bit distracted then before our game.
It'll be next Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So now we haven't got that distraction. Now we've
we've
got a final coming up against City in 2 weeks' time. Let's hope we can at least get a trophy and a top 4. That won't be a bad season for Jose Mourinho, which is getting a lot of stick, Daz, on the Tottenham side. Yeah. Jose's it's divided. The camp's divided on the fans with Jose. I'll get your sighting on Jose at the end there, Daz, before we head off.
Yeah, sure.
And the heads between the last 5 games, Newcastle have only won once, Tottenham won 3, and one draw as well. At Newcastle, at home, do you know what? You are becoming like quite a bogey team to us, especially at home. We just like you. I think that's like 4 points in the last 2 games with Joe Linton. He got the I think the season before that he got the winner.
Yeah, at your stadium there.
Yeah, and then obviously got this draw this season, and then we come 3rd in the 2-horse race season when we battered us at the end of the season. I mean, that's a Spursy. That's when Dad. And this is why I keep saying to myself, tomorrow can be a Spursy. Tomorrow it can be. I mean, it can be. It's been while.
I remember that one where Joe Linton scored, and it was I think it was the first time at the new stadium, and where everyone is amazed. We actually bet Spurs, and Joe Linton scored. What is happening? And then this season, in the 1-1, ye were absolutely robbed in that game. We barely touched the ball. We barely took it over. We barely got into the last third, and then
I said Darlow kept you in that. Does
he did, and then Andy Carroll came on. And he created some havoc in the box. I think it was a handball or something, and we got a penalty in the 97th minute, Wilson. We shouldn't have got anything from that game. So we definitely was a snatch and grab draw that day for sure. But yeah, that's the only thing that you think, okay, could it happen again? But I think I think I said it on our own show, Loaded Mag, as part of Loaded HQ last night, is that if I was going to say, if there was some kind of a miracle or that could happen, you never know. I suppose we'll just see how it goes tomorrow. Not holding much hope, but we'll see.
We got Yusuf, Craig Paulson. You guys going to regret. I'm not a massive fan of this ref. He does like showing his yellow cards. And Paul says, as to prediction, 3-1 Spurs, clean sheet against Newcastle. May a stretch. Well, we don't know. It depends what Newcastle puts out tomorrow. But I think I do predict Newcastle do get a goal tomorrow. So guys, keep the comments coming, guys. I said, if you've got any questions to ask Matt, fire them away. Not Matt, sorry, Daz. I'll keep because I'm used to having Matt.
I've replaced Matt.
Daz. So get them in, and I'll fire them over to Daz, and hopefully he can answer them for you guys. And what we'll do then, Daz, we'll go on to the predicted lineups.
Okay.
So you're the home side, Daz. Who do you think?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead, mate. You can have your.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a row down here. So I think it's going to be Dubravka in goal, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Dardo took the field. So yeah, that's a plus as well. Has to be Manquillo at right back. Don't want to see Kraft. Kraft cannot play football. I don't know how he's a Swedish international, but he can't play football. Myself, I know a lot of people would disagree with me. I would go. No, I'll go left back first. Dummett in there, left back. He's solid. I think Lewis could be slight injury anyway. And Dummett, as we said as well last night, that he's our long term left back.
Daz, you're just frozen there, mate. So I think we've got Daz. He's just frozen. Daz, if you can hear me, mate, if you want to come back, you can go out and come back in. Yeah, we've got a frozen Daz on the stream, like we did the other night with me. It's not my end. It is Daz's end. So guys, I'll give the Tottenham lineup once Daz comes back in. We'll give Daz time to come back in. And to me, I'll go with I'll go with Hugo Lloris in goal, and I'll go with tomorrow, if Sergio Aurier is fully fit, I'll go with Sergio Aurier. And centre backs, now I'll go with who we're going to go with tomorrow. I'll go with Davinson Sanchez and Rodon. But I wouldn't be surprised if Toby and Rodon starts tomorrow, but I'll go with Davinson Sanchez and I'll go with Rodon. Left back, it has to be Reguilon. Reguilon has to start tomorrow for me. Me personally. We're going to we'll probably play our normal 4-2-3-1, and I'll go with Pierre. You've got to go with Pierre tomorrow, I think. Pierre and Tanguy, and in the on the right, I will go with. I'll go with Gareth Bale tomorrow. I'll go with Gareth Bale, and I'll go with Lucas in the 10 role. And if Son is fully fit, if he's up for it, if he's ready, I'll put Son out on the left, and I'll put Harry Kane on the up top. So guys, in the chat, what do you reckon about that, guys? What's your starting lineups, guys? Before I just gonna see what's happened with Daz. He's having troubles with his internet, guys. He may be starting up again. Just go and find Daz. I think he's here. Daz.
Hey, Simon. I'm back. Right. I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. I think I was at my. I think I'm at my centre backs. If we want to continue from there.
Yeah, go on. Continue.
Yeah, cool. So I was going to say Lascelles and Fernandez. Then we probably play. We play probably 4-2-3-1. And I can see him playing Shelby. He won't drop Shelby, even though I detest Shelby. He's brilliant in the championship, playing that quarterback role. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very rare we see that. And I don't want him to see. I don't want him playing the likes of Henrik. I think he has to go with one of the Longstaff brothers. Probably Sean. Matty is quality as well, but he'll probably go with Sean with a bit of experience. Then ASM, Willock, and Almiron, and then probably Gale up front because Wilson won't be fit. So yeah, that'll be 4-2-3-1 really for me.
Well, I just want to ask you about Willock. He's come from Arsenal. Yeah. I haven't seen much play. Actually, I did watch a while ago. I can't remember which game it was. But Willock, I've seen him at Arsenal. He's got potential. I think he's a terrific player. Has he fitted in nicely at Newcastle?
Yeah,
Or
he
too early
started
days?
really well, Simon. Yeah, he started really well, and I think he scored in his
Yeah,
first game actually, and then
yeah, he did. Yeah,
yeah, he's a bit he disappeared a bit really in the last while. I suppose he's we're kind of missing a player there to, especially with all our strikers gone. So you can't really judge him. He had no one else to play it to. I'd say he was probably our most advanced player really that could potentially score at the way we've been playing the last few weeks. But no, it'd be interesting to see him now with Almiron, ASM, and Wilson when he comes back. What he does then, and how he fits in. And so yeah,
yeah, and
we'll have to give him to the end of the season how he finds. But started really well.
yeah. As I said, me personally, just one more player I want to ask you about. It's Lewis, come from Norwich. Are you happy with him? Is it a bit early to judge him at the minute?
He hasn't. Yeah, it is too early, and he is very young. I know Liverpool were linked with him before we with him from. He hasn't really suited let's say fourth at back. I think he's more suited to a kind of a wing back kind of position really, but with five at the back. But yeah, he hasn't done much to tell you the truth. Like Dummett is solid now with him back. We've missed him. But so he's a good option to have, and I think he's the future. But yeah, you have to give him time. We definitely have to give him a second season and see how he goes. But yeah, it's let's see how, and if we do end up getting relegated, okay, of course, he'd be brilliant in the championship. It'd be an excellent addition there for the championship. But give him time. I think he's one for the future.
Yeah. Right. As I said, Daz, as you was trying to sort out your connection, I think I did run through this first time, but I'll run it through it again.
Yeah.
Me, I'll go with Hugo in goal. Because we haven't got no one else. Joe Hart. I'm not a big fan of Joe Hart, but okay, he's a big character. He's a big voice. I think that's what he's been bringing for. Because he's won at Man City. So obviously he knows what. He's been in England international. He's a big voice in the change room. Apparently, he's one of the big hitters in the change room. And we'll go right back. Actually, Paul in the comments there was saying Tanganga, he has been playing quite good there. Me personally, Sergio Aurier, me personally, if he's fully fit, I think he'll slot in tomorrow. And centre back pairing, I'll go with people probably say Rodon and Toby. I'll go with Davinson Sanchez and Rodon tomorrow. And maybe Toby may come in and play alongside Davinson Sanchez or Rodon to me, but I'll definitely go with Sanchez and Rodon. And left back has to be Reguilon for me. And we also play a 4-2-3-1 in the double pivot. We have Pierre and Tungi on Don Bailey. That's the player. If you don't handle him midfield, mate, seriously, he's a powerhouse.
Yeah, that's our weakest spot.
He'll seriously, if he's on his game, that's the thing, Dad's. He's got talent. He's got abundance of talent, mate. Seriously, it doesn't do it every game. Gets tired a lot. But if he's on his game tomorrow, mate, he's a dangerous player, very dangerous. And Pierre is always on his game, mate. He's solid. He's a proper Jose signing. He'll run through walls for you. Seriously, he's such a powerhouse.
It's like the old. I like the old Matic signing he used to bring with him wherever he went. Kind of solid in there as well, back in the day.
Yeah. I said he's the one that gets us going from defence to attack in seconds. He's great break up or play, gets the ball forward quickly into attackers, and we're off. So he's been absolutely fantastic. We've been missing someone like that for ages. Since Muslim Dembele has gone, because he used to do that well with Wanyama in there. And going out right, wide right, I'll go with Gareth Bale tomorrow. And Lucas probably will play in a 10. Lucas since we put him in the 10, we've seen a completely different Lucas. Hopefully now we've found a position for Lucas, because I've always thought he's got the potential, but I've always, and I have said this at the start of the season, there's a sort of player that I think we can be looking at getting rid of in the summer. But me personally, I think at the minute he's playing some great stuff, absolutely fantastic in that 10 role. And if fully fits on, he plays out left if fully fit, and we've just got Harry Kane up top. Nothing special, but
swap.
Dear. As I said, yeah, that's how we go. But Tanganga, I wouldn't be surprised if he does play right back tomorrow. If he does start, it wouldn't surprise me. But hopefully, we need now look at that Chelsea result, win tomorrow, top 4. It's on then. I mean, and we've got to win our next 8 games and win the Champions League again. Top 9 for 3 says, all right, lads, just like Newcastle choking. That's when
the connection.
The connection. Paul says, yes, Simon, would mostly agree as possible. We'll put Tanganga if fit ready. So yeah. So the predictions, Daz, for tomorrow. I said it would not surprise me if it's a Spursy performance. Seriously, it just wouldn't flow with us. Like so confident going to Newcastle. We know you've got the injury problems at the minute, but as you said, you've got Saint Maximin coming back. That's a massive plus for you. If you can have Wilson on the bench, that's not a bad player to come off the bench probably for the last 20 minutes if you need a goal. But tomorrow, if we do click, if that front 3 does click again, if we get Ondon Bailey on the ball, I just think would have just a bit too much going forward for your Daz. And I'm going
I'd agree.
A tight 2-1. I'm not going to go like people that's been got 6-1s. It's nowhere near. It's going to be a very tight game. You can say what you say about Steve Bruce, but I don't know, it's teams like Newcastle and West Broms and the Burnleys, they can play poor one week, but when they know they come up against a Tottenham, it's always Tottenham. They always turn up. They always turn up. And we have this problem all the time. Because we all say, it's only Newcastle, it's only West Brom, it's only Burnley. Yeah. But they turn up, and it's always against Tottenham as well. And I can see it happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
I really can, Daz.
Well, I hope it does, Simon. But so for our sake rather than yours. But yeah, for me, I think we touched on it a bit. And sorry, I apologize. My connection keeps dropping tonight. But 2-0 Spurs. It was my prediction. And if there's a miracle, it's a draw for me. But I can see you winning. For sure. I think. If Jose played the other game, the home game for ye to them, and to just go look at all the chances you have, finish it, it'll never happen like that again. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Miracles do happen.
Exactly, Des. I think the first goal is very important tomorrow, and if Newcastle get it, it give you confidence. And Tottenham
not too early.
yeah, that's exactly. But as I said, if you do get the first goal, then Tottenham have to come out and chase to a goal, and then that will leave holes for Newcastle to pick off and may get a second. That's the only worrying bit. But if Spurs do, I do expect us. I'm confident that we'll get that early goal because try and kill off the game, try and get that second goal. Then I think then it could be a long day for you guys. But to me, I can see a tight game tomorrow. And as I really do, I know Newcastle fans are not happy at the minute with Brucey and what's happened. What's happened there. You guys can probably say it better because you watch them week in, week out.
If we see, we'll know from the team sheet. Like if Henrik is playing in there with Shelby, and the ASM and Wilson aren't playing, then I think it's already game over. But
who do you want then, Daz? Who did you say?
I go. Okay, I don't think he's never going. I don't want Shelby either, but we have no other option. We need a new midfield. But it'll have to be Shelby because we won't drop him. And I'm saying Sean Longstaff. Matty Longstaff is the other option. They're very two good footballers. Yeah,
Very
they
good
are.
football.
They are good. Yeah.
Very good football.
So, but it'll be interesting anyway. I wish Spurs all the best of luck in trying to get that fourth spot after tomorrow, after tomorrow's game. But we'll suppose
There
yeah.
is, I said, Daz, there is a question I want to answer,
Oh yeah,
and
go for it.
there's probably one or two if we can get them in before we go. Which is this one. We spoke to it briefly at the end. What's your view on your owners of the football club? You probably know it better, mate. What's your views on with Mike Ashley? Is
Mike
he
Ashley.
just like a dead? Is he just is he a dead man walking with the fans, or is it divided camp? Is there fans that are happy, or is it just 100% across the board with the fans?
100% or 99.9% want rid of him. And the good thing is he wants to go now as well. If we look back 13 years, like he did come in and high hopes, and yeah, he was mingling with the fans, but he turned sour. Too many things you could list about 20 things that he did to piss off the fans, and getting rid of Kevin Keegan or putting in Dennis Wise and making decisions above his head and so on and so forth, naming rights and blah blah blah, or changing the name of the stadium. Not going to go down well. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, he's gone, and he doesn't want to be there either. He wants to sell this. He wants to concentrate on his empire, his clothing and business empire, and all the different shops he has and everything. Go this time. It's just we need to get the deal done with them and win the arbitration case with the Premier League, and we can move on.
Absolutely. So Daz, the last question, mate, is will you accept going down, and then that means Ashley will have to set up? Is that probably a way that you can get Mike Ashley at this club?
Yeah, I only caught half that question because I froze again. But you're asking me if we'd accept relegation, if it meant getting rid of Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, if it meant if we'd accept relegation, if it meant getting rid of Mike Ashley and this takeover with PCP, PIF, and the Rubens to go through. Definitely, as long as it can be all signed and sealed, yeah, it'd be a nice little project and something to build on, and a future for Newcastle. At the moment, there is no future. If we don't get relegated this season, if we stick with Mike, if we can't get rid of, if Mike Ashley still owns the club, and if he holds on to Bruce as well, we're gone. We're definitely relegated next season. There's no point even watching Newcastle next season. It'd be that gruesome. But so it's only a matter of time before we get relegated the way it's going. And then you asked the question. Okay, the last two times we got relegated, we went up at the first attempt, and yeah, there was actually a good season to be a Newcastle fan. You're actually winning games for a change. We're flying high at the top of the league, but can it happen a third time? Can we go straight up on the first attempt? Is the owner going to give us a bit of money to try and make that happen? What kind of manager is he going to bring in to make that happen? There's so many questions, and is this takeover thing still going to be rumbling on in the background, and it's a distraction for everyone again? So it's a loaded question. Would we accept relegation? But under the right, if the other Jots were joined, yes would be the answer. But we don't want to have to gamble like that. We'd rather stay up and then our takeover to go through, and off we go and build a nice little project in over a few years. Get up as far as where Tottenham are, and who knows after that.
Absolutely, that's absolutely. Top 943 says, I think there's going to be fog on Tyne tomorrow. Laugh out loud. As said, Daz, it's been a pleasure to have you on, mate. Absolutely a pleasure to have you on. And if you just want to plug your channel, tell everyone about your channel and where they can find you.
So, sorry, again I froze. So you're asking me where? I'm guessing what you're asking me is about Loaded HQ here. So I'm going to ramble on about Loaded HQ. So yeah, we're a new channel we started in January. Our mainstay show is called Load of Football Weekly, which is a general football show. We cover headlines and cover all teams. It's not a Newcastle show. It's about every team. We could cover teams in Europe as well, and Scotland, and so on and so forth. And we have a leaderboard, a prediction kind of league. We have bands on. We get the up and coming bands to come and join us, and we have a bit of chat with them. We do run a quiz with them, kind of a mixture of funny and kind of football related quiz based on the team that they support. We haven't had the Spurs band in yet. We've had Leeds, Derby, Coventry, and so on and so forth. Stoke as well, and
I'll get some boys over there. I'll get some.
Send them forward. Actually, that's a good point. If there are any bands that up and coming bands that are interested in coming, go to our YouTube, type in Loaded HQ. You'll find us there. Watch a few of our shows. You'll see what we're about, and come and get in contact with us. And we'd love to have bands on. We've a nice steady stream of bands coming up. But yeah, and we all go out play. We also play on the radio then as well. Away Day Radio approaches an internet radio station, and they liked our show, and they play us. They repeat our show, and we're on a Saturday. We do the show live on a Wednesday. They repeat it on the Saturday. We're going to try and go live with the show in time as well on the radio. And then the show that you saw last night, Simon. Thanks for coming on and posing a few questions to us and interacting. That was great. We did launch a new show, Loaded Mag, so it's just specifically on Newcastle then. So I guess the Tottenham lads aren't going to be too interested in that, but but it just on Newcastle, and just a general kind of nothing fancy. Me, I should say, I go a bit mad with the graphics and the multimedia side of things on Loaded HQ. We have a few little videos. We do a Loaded 11 as well, picking the world best side, and over the years who you'd have in the likes of Messi and Ronaldo in it, and defender. It's very interesting. We kind of pick one each, and then we debate who should get into the squad, and then we put a poll out on Twitter, and viewers go and vote who gets in the team. Pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. But a bit of that. It's a bit of music and a bit of football talk and a bit of fun as well. And we enjoy it, and I think people are starting to enjoy it as well. So interesting. One to check out, I think.
Yeah, nice one, Daz. So when's that general football fan show? Is it?
That's 8 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Right. So guys, in the chat, and if you're watching in, guys, it's 8 p.m. on Wednesday, guys. Daz and the guys at Loaded HQ, they do a general football chat show. So any fans can come in and have their say. Get over to them, guys. Get over to them on a Wednesday, 8 p.m. guys. Loaded. It's Loaded HQ YouTube. They're a new channel, just getting off the ground, just like us on Premier Hotspur, guys. It's hard graft, Daz. It's hard graft out there. But as I said, Daz, I'm not really concentrating on that money side of it, mate. Yeah. I'm just concentrating on it, interacting with other people, mate. I'm happy. I'm happy days with that.
Same as us, and there's four of us in it. There's Martin, Richie, Chris, and myself, Daz, and we just have a bit of fun, and we also kind of partner. Actually, the lads are actually doing another show right now as well. They're doing a mental health show. Yeah, so we're trying to help people as well, and a few of the lads are going to tell their stories, and especially in the times we're living in, everyone in the COVID and lockdown and everything else. It's bad times. So that's us.
Yeah. So guys, as I said one more time, guys. Thanks for Daz for coming on. Guys, you want to catch this guy and his crew and his panel? It's Loaded HQ on YouTube, guys. And you can probably find him on Twitter, Daz. Yeah.
Twitter and Insta as well. Yep. But
and stuff. They're on all platforms, guys. So get in there. And Top 943 says, "Hope you not freeze tomorrow." Oh, I can't wait for that. Yes, that's Top 943. To get over on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. on Loaded HQ. And I'll be joining in, and I'll get a couple other Spurs fans, Daz, to get in there as well, and we can have a little chat with you. Yes, Daz. So it'll be great. It'll be great to get you back on one day again. It's great. It was great having you. Absolutely fantastic. Hearing the side of Newcastle, because we know you're suffering with your owners and things like that, mate.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's like to hear things like that, stories, what's going on behind the scenes. And we just literally, as I said, we do hope there is a brighter future coming out of this, mate, for Newcastle. Even if it's going down and you get rid of your owners, either which way. I think Newcastle does. Before we go, mate, it's a sleeping giant, I call them.
Oh, it is, yeah,
Newcastle, with a massive stadium, probably one of the biggest in the Premier League. Massive stadium, massive following, week in, week out. Doesn't matter if you win, lose, or draw. You go, you turn up. It's 55,000, something like that. Is it does something like that? I'm not too sure.
52,000 in the stadium, and we have been pushed to the limit for the last number of years to breaking point. But if there's a new owner, it will just skyrocket. That's what I'm saying. And if it is the Saudi owners, it might take a while, but be afraid. be afraid, Spurs fans. It does happen.
And do you know what, Daz? It's just, as I said, you've got a massive following in Newcastle and around the country as well, mate. I don't know how big you are globally. I don't know about that, but just Newcastle, mate. That's a fantastic following.
Oh yeah,
absolutely fantastic following. Massive, the noise you create as well, mate. And it's a shame because if you go back to the players you had, I mean, some cracking players.
Ginola, who ended up at Spurs as well. Yeah.
One of the best ones. He's still. I've been supporting Tottenham now for 32 years, and he's still one of my favourites, mate. Yeah, absolutely off your. He's off your seat, man. He just gets you off your seat all the time. As soon as it's the ball, he's doing something.
Yeah, he's brilliant. And Les Ferdinand would be another. Oh, I love Despria too. Oh, I love Despria. Yeah.
Tino was brilliant. I said, Shearer, fantastic. Still holds that record in the Premier League. What a legend. What a player. And people say, go watch some of the goals he scored. He's a Premier League winner with Blackburn. Seriously, there's some guys know he was no mug, was he, in the game?
And he could have gone to Man United and
could have gone to Man United, but he chose Newcastle, and that's just showing the class of the man. Exactly. He wanted to play. He wanted to play football. I said that's what I'm saying, Dad. It's a shame. As I go back to what I said, you're a sleeping giant, and what you've had in the past, I think you guys deserve it because you go week in, week out. The fans deserve it. You know what I mean? And I just think Mike Ashley just been an absolute gutless guy. You know what I mean? He hasn't. He's just done awful for you, innit? He's done awful for you. And
we always say he's a Spurs fan.
Yeah, he's a Spurs fan. That was the. He wanted to buy Tottenham. This is why he brought Newcastle.
Well, you're lucky. You're lucky.
So we could have had him. That's and suffering now. Do you know what I mean? So,
just as all the complaining you're doing about the owner, and it's the same. One of my friends is a Liverpool fan. He'd be complaining about the owner, and you're just after winning the league. You're after winning the Champions League. Look at me, Newcastle fan, trying every season to stay in the league and get rid of the owner. So yeah, be careful what you wish for sometimes.
Exactly. That is my motto. I always say to people, be careful what you wish for, because other clubs have it worse than us. But I said, I just hope, Dad's overall it gets sorted out, because it'd be good to have Newcastle back, because we've always known Newcastle a big team. If you go back in at times when you had Keegan at the helm and things like, you were going for leagues, titles, and everything, mate. Seriously.
Oh yeah.
And Champions League and then Champions League nights. You know what I mean? I remember them Champions League nights. They've been absolutely fantastic.
Juventus and Feyenoord, and
that's what I'm saying. Brilliant. That's what I'm saying. Milan, but now you come down to this now. It's a shame, but I think Newcastle get it. I think that's too massive club for someone not to invest in. So, and top 943 will end off with this one. He says, "Good work, Daz."
Cheers, guys.
And so, guys in the chat, thanks for coming in, guys. Absolutely fantastic support for the channel. As you're going out, guys, please smash that like, guys. Just subscribe if you already haven't, but I think most of these guys have in the chat. Thanks, Daz, again for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Simon.
Much appreciated, mate. Absolutely fantastic, pal. And we'll have you back on, Daz, another time.
Yeah.
We'll get you back on, and we'll speak. And we'll speak about saying. We'll speak about. Come back. We'll speak about. As them times. Hopefully next time we actually speak to each other. You've got a new owner and you are challenging the likes of
in
us
the Premier
in that
League.
top
Yeah,
three.
exactly.
You never know. You will never
Hopefully,
know.
we're not talking
I mean,
about the championship. Yeah, and we'll have to
yeah,
get you on our. We'll have to get you on our show as well. Hopefully, we get to play next year, and we're not talking about a cup competition, and we're still in the Premier League. But yeah, we'll get you on Simon our show as well. Hopefully, we're all still running by then. We only had our first show for Loaded Mag, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely does. And we'll get you back on here, mate, and we just talk about them times what we just talked about. We can go back and
Brilliant.
just go back to the players you've had, mate.
And I'll bring some of the lads with me as well. They'd love to come on.
Yeah. We can bring couple. Yeah, I'll bring a couple. And yeah, brilliant. That'll be good. And Will's giving a thumbs up. Yes, Will, all the way from America. Great guy from Will. So guys, yeah, get over to THFC rants. He's another one just started up. Get over to Will. He smashes great content during the night. So if you're up 1, 2 in the morning, this is a guy in America. He's streaming at that time, guys. So get over to Will. So as I said, guys, we are going to end it now. I said thanks for everyone in the chat. Smash the like going out, guys. Thanks for Daz from Loaded HQ. Get over to his channel, guys. Subscribe to his channel, guys. Doesn't matter if you're a Tottenham fan. It doesn't matter. Let's help everyone. I said it doesn't have to be a Newcastle fan. Let's help
you like Loaded Football. I definitely recommend that. And we put a lot of work into that.
Guys, as Dad said, Wednesday nights, guys, 8 p.m. Get over to his channel, guys, and we can have a little chat on there, guys. So, guys, the Daz from Premier Hotspur TV, guys. I have been Simon, guys. This has been Daz from Loaded HQ, Newcastle fan. Let the best team win tomorrow, Daz, and I will be texting you tomorrow. Likewise as well if Newcastle win. But we are going to end it there, guys. So thanks for everyone who tuned in tonight. And we'll always end up with a Tottenham song, Daz. I'm sorry about this, mate. Good night, guys, and Dads. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll text you.
Take care. Enjoy.
See you soon. Nice one, pal. Thank you very much.
Bring on the miracle.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on.
Doon.
See you soon, Dads.
Good luck, lads. Take care.